Up next, the Spurs taking on the 76ers. For the San Antonio Spurs, they're well aware that starting the season on the road can make for a choppy start. They plan to rise to the challenge and steal a first win here. Sixers, Spurs, only here on 2K Sports. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Spurs. On Monday, I'll be matching up with Jalen Brunson and the New York Knicks.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
And to look at the starters for San Antonio, we've got De'Aaron Fox. He's out there with Keldon Johnson. Devin Vassell out there with Victor Wembanyama. And it's Champagnie in at the four-man position. And for Philadelphia, in the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. Nurkic is out there with George. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. All right, everyone, the NBA season starts today. We have made it. It is a holiday for everybody.
Oh, man, the offseason felt like forever. It's great to be back. Nothing like some games that count.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Here's Edgecombe. Back to Maxey. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, when you've turned into such a natural scorer as Maxey has, you get guys to bite on those kind of fakes.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And what I love about Tyrese Maxey, he's so good at just overwhelming you with energy. He puts the defense in a tough spot because of his relentless ability to push the pace.
Good on both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Inside. Wembanyama with the bounce pass. Maxey against Fox. And the basket is good.
And sometimes Fox just can't be contained. I mean, he plays with so much heart and passion and terrific at scoring even when he gets bodied up.
And the speed of De'Aaron Fox. Wow. GA, he gets up the court in a hurry.
And you combine his water bug quickness with the towering size of Wembanyama. It's a 1-2 punch that promises to confound opponents for years to come.
Free throw good, Fox.
And I really love Fox's game. He's got a ton of room to grow, but boy, does he play with intensity.
Nurkic a screen on Fox to the middle. In the corner, George with it. Ring shot on the way. Rebound, San Antonio.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Fox passes to Johnson. Vassell outside. Wembanyama high post. And Wembanyama throws it down.
There's no stopping that. Wembanyama with the forceful finish.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse. We talked about Victor Wembanyama and what he wants to see from his team defensively, and he said, I want to see us knock him off balance a little bit, be tough, physical. That's how you get into his head, and that's how you frustrate him. Expect to see a lot of defensive aggression against Wembanyama tonight. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Now, here's Fox. After the miss from Tyrese Maxey. It's good.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Pass to Edgecombe. Back to Maxey. Starting by Nurkic. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Really high IQ that time by Paul George, using that screen to perfection.
Fox passes to Johnson. Pass to Wembanyama. Pocket 6. Sinks that one from the post. Wembanyama's got 8 points.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Now Edgecombe. His last outing, he had 8 points. Left side, Leonard. Shoots over Vassell. And it's Leonard missing. San Antonio leading by 7. Johnson sets the screen for Wembanyama. Good on the bucket. 10 points for him.
Well, unless the defense adjusts, I don't see any change here. He has flat out taken over this game with his scoring.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Now at the break on the floor, you can see the teams that led the NBA in steals last year. 5th on the list, the 76ers.
You could tell by watching them how much they enjoyed playing defense. They seem to have an endless reserve of energy flying around and pressuring the basketball.
Here's Barlow. Pass to Leonard. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Such a strong wing. Kawhi can more than handle his own down low.
Outside Harper. A shake. A shot that time, not on target. Good work defensively by Lowry. Grimes passes to Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Once Drummond gets the ball there, you can kiss it goodbye.
Pass to Wembanyama. Here's Bailey. He's guarded by Grimes. Shoots a fader. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Down low. Rebounded by Bailey.
Well, that was a great challenge at the rim and a difficult adjustment to make.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
And they are showing you why it's so important to get up the floor before the defense can set themselves.
Now here's Leonard. He's looking for Wembanyama and finds him. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. The 76ers trail by 7. And it's Lowry penetrating. No good there.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
And he gets it to go. Wembanyama's got 12 in the game.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Lowry looking around. Drummond with a screen on Harper. Pass to Leonard. Over Barnes. Good D by Barnes. And so it's San Antonio ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. They've got Luke Cornett. Fox is out there with Harper. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Bailey in at the 3, the small forward. And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Now, here's Fox. Pass to Barnes. Back to Fox. From outside the arc. Maxey grabs the miss. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. They trail by 9 points. LaForce is dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Hey, guys. Well, the Spurs are on the rise. Victor Wembanyama said, quote, "I've been on board since day one. We know it's not going to be a straight line. There will be ups and downs. This is not easy, but I'm very confident in the will that my guys have. The long term is never being questioned." Back to you guys.
They'll get there for sure. All right, Allie, thank you for the report.
Showing he can run an offense. Harper finding an open guy and getting the ball to him.
Drummond finds Grimes. Drummond the screen. Here's the 3. Shot by Grimes. No good. Spurs leading by 8. And when you talk about Dylan Harper, Greg, just how impressive is his skill set?
A tall guard with incredible handles and elite elusivity. He already has an impressive command of the pick and roll. Harper, I believe, is primed to be a special player in this league.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the 76ers. And San Antonio also making a switch. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Leonard finds Grimes. To the inside. Here's Drummond. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Here's Bailey. Rebound by the 76ers. Edwards passes to Maxey. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. All 3 off the mark. San Antonio leading by 10. To the paint, here's Wembanyama.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Pass to Grimes. Drummond with a screen on Harper. Grimes. The 76ers with another miss. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Wembanyama, a screen. Harper with the ball. Picked up by Edwards. And he makes that one. Harper's got the lead up to 14 now for San Antonio.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead. Calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
Fox against Maxey. Pass to Wembanyama. Outside Harper. 5 on the clock. And that one's good. Wembanyama. Wembanyama has got 4 points this quarter. So, Tim, I'm sure it's hard to pick one, but who would you call the most underrated player right now in the NBA?
I think it's Pascal Siakam, and I have felt that way for a few years. I just think you're talking about someone who has great energy, plays both ends of the floor, and is a matchup nightmare because of his versatility.
And began kind of in oblivion. He had to play some time in the G League and work his way up.
Became the most improved player in this league.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Nurkic checked in for Andre Drummond. Paul George comes in for Edwards. And it's Edgecombe in for Maxey.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Leonard looking around. Nurkic a screen on Vassell. Drains it! Kawhi! Kaboom!
This team relies on that shot from Kawhi.
Pass to Champagnie. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Now a moment to see the numbers for George. He had a strong showing last season. Put up about 16 points a game, 5 rebounds and 4 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively, and he has provided points pretty much every time they've needed him.
Pass to Grimes. 6 to shoot. 3-pointer. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Now Vassell. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Now Edgecombe. Back to George. 51 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. No good off the front iron.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Vassell outside. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Pass to Edgecombe. From deep, George. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Wembanyama's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Second shot opportunity. Wembanyama deadly inside. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
Well, right now for the Spurs, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, everyone starts out undefeated. It is a hopeful time of year for everybody. Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the San Antonio Spurs.
Anytime they sniff the paint, it's a bucket. And they found different ways to do it.
Yeah, their game plan gets the Shaq seal of approval. Get it inside and hit them hard.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
For most guys, that's a night's work. It shows you how dominant he's been to this point.
The 76ers trail by 12. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Paul George, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Spurs shooting an incredible 64% from the field in this game. Fox passes to Champagnie. Wembanyama up top. He's guarded by Nurkic. 6 on the shot clock, and it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. And now, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that led the NBA in block shots last year. In 4th, the Spurs.
And last year, their rim protection was unbelievable. Teams actually turned down shots in the lane.
Shot clock at 3. Here's Vassell.
And arguably the game's most versatile defender, Leonard can legitimately guard 1 through 5.
Now, here's Maxey. Here's Nurkic, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The 76ers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
First free throw is good. And Greg, everyone talks about the importance of basketball IQ. Can you win in the NBA with a low IQ team?
Boy, it would be tough. I mean, there's a reason younger teams typically don't win at the highest level, but you need to take those lumps and get that experience and learn from those lessons. +8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Fox passes to Wembanyama. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
And players avoid taking mid-range shots these days. It's almost like the threes are easier for players to get.
Back to George. Outside, Maxey. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
And that's the thing about Maxey. He is wiry strong. You see him there, absorb the contact, stay on balance, and finish.
Wembanyama with it. He's guarded by Nurkic, and the shot is good from Johnson.
He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
And looking at the numbers for De'Aaron Fox, last season he played outstanding and amongst the league's top-tier scorers, top 20 in points per game.
And he was the consummate playmaker last season. Completely unselfish, always had his head up, looking for the open man. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Dash to Edgecombe. Outside Leonard. Shoots the 3. Rebound San Antonio. Wembanyama's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And thus far in his career, GA, Victor Wembanyama is averaging well over 3 blocks per game.
Matter of fact, if he can maintain this rate, he's on pace to average the most blocks of any player in NBA history, surpassing the towering Marquis.
And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. At one point, they led by 16. Here's Wembanyama. He's got 18. Shot clock at 6. Great D that time from Nurkic. The 76ers trail by 12. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thank you, Kevin. Victor Wembanyama is trying to gain strength, but he said it's important not to lose your mobility. So bulking up is not a good word. It's more being stable. That's the way to keep going. I don't need to bulk up. I need to get my core stronger. I need to get solid. Back to you, Kevin.
That approach makes sense. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
Hey fans, bring your attention to center court for your Sixers ESP. Make some noise, everybody.
Spurs making a switch here.
Philadelphia 76ers ENT.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Fox goes in, and it's Fox with the jam.
And the quickness Fox has, boy, it's impressive. Just coasting to the cup with ease.
Maxey sets a screen for Edgecombe. Outside, Maxey, the three, and finished off by Nurkic.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
That's the kind of play that can spark a run. A dunk like that energizes everyone on the team.
So you can talk about the physical challenges, Tim, of today's game. One thing the players have a little easier, certainly, is the way they travel from game to game.
Well, there is no question about that. I didn't even get on a charter till the middle of my NBA career.
Oh, my goodness.
In the mid-90s. We were still flying commercial to that point, but there's no doubt travel is better for players. I think also some of the things they've added for guys like massage therapists and acupuncturists and even personal chefs, all of that makes it a little bit easier for today's NBA play.
Now, if we could do it for the broadcasters, that would really be a win.
Sign me up, Kevin. I'll be right there reclining fully right next to you.
Grimes with it, guarded by Fox. Pass to Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
Nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Down low. Victor Wembanyama.
Going to Wembanyama, any chance you get just makes a whole lot of sense. Victor is really on fire tonight.
Here's Barlow. Grimes finds Edwards. Now here's Drummond, defended by Wembanyama. Just 5 on the clock. Drummond in the post. Wembanyama on him. And it's Drummond missing.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Well, for what he lacks in height, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Here's Barlow. No scoring in this one. Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Bailey. It's hauled in by Edwards. The 76ers trail by 13. And Leonard has it in the corner. The ferocity inside by Leonard.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of it.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Fires from the wing. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Martin. And so it's San Antonio in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. Right back after this break. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the floor for San Antonio, starting the fourth quarter. Barnes out there with Luke Cornett. Then there's Bailey. Then there's Harper. And it's Fox in at the point. Now, here's Fox. He's off on that one. Some solid defense from Maxey. with the drive. Shot from free throw range. It's hauled in by Cornette. Spurs leading by 9. Outside, Fox. To the inside. And Cornette gets it to go.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Here's Barlow, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
And so it's Mitch Johnson calling timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And the 76ers making a change here. Leonard's checked in, and San Antonio with the change here too. Wembanyama's checked in. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. Coach had a direct message for the team saying no matter the lead, no NBA game is ever over. Do not let your guard down. We'll see if they hold on.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. Here's Wembanyama. Here's Cornette. The shot misses. Good D by Drummond. Outside Leonard. Maxey kicks to Drummond. Maxey against Fox. Maxey passes to Leonard. Here's Grimes. No good on the triple. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for San Antonio. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Now, here's Fox. That one, no good. Greg, they're making a valiant effort to come all the way back. Wow.
And they need to take care of the basketball. Plenty of time. No need to force anything.
Outside, Maxey. They grab their own miss. And Drummond is right there.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack him.
Pass to Wembanyama. They double team Wembanyama. Fox feeling it out a bit. Again, the miss by the Spurs. The 76ers trail by 7. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on De'Aaron Fox.
And one of the things I love about Maxey, he has relentless energy. It doesn't matter what defense is thrown at him. He is constantly hunting his offense.
Free throw good, Maxey. And the Spurs with some changes. Champagne's checked in. And it's Vassell in for Bailey. So he gets them both. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Here's Champagne. They double team Wembanyama. Now Fox puts up a three, knocks down the three.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Paul George, off target from outside.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Here is Wembanyama. Here's Champagny. Now Johnson. Holy cow! What a bailout!
Found points from Johnson. That's a bailout.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately.
Looks like it's decent.
George. He's guarded closely, and he hits it, one to go.
And with his strength, George is not your average swing player. He can get his in the paint.
Wembanyama, a screen on Maxey. Now Wembanyama. Oh, that was a two-hander.
And that's his M.O. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
George, strong move off the glass.
Yeah, Paul George has the ability to be physical as a wing, an important element in his game.
Johnson fires. Missed on the three. The 76ers trail by 8. Now Nurkic. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter of this one. 6 on the shot clock. Maxey, and he hits from 17.
Well, you gotta love all that confidence. Maxey with the biggest bucket of the night.
Outside, Fox. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Paul George. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Fox. Here is Wembanyama. And stolen by Leonard.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy two if the defense wasn't there.
Maxey. The three is off. And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for San Antonio, Victor Wembanyama. At the line for two.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Considered by many to be the best prospect since LeBron James, Wembanyama seems determined to reach his full potential.
So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Not sure the miracle Craig is on hand here tonight for them.
Well, they need one, but gonna play it until the final whistle.
So it's the Spurs now. At one point, they led by 16. And so it's San Antonio with the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.